Not yet.
That
This
was part of
meeting
my
is being
question.
recorded.
Yeah. You don't feel like you have to, but I was going to ask that today, just to see if anybody at last minute wanted to do it.
Okay, I want to. I was just afraid I forgot all about it. So I will do it as soon as we get done here.
Okay, yeah, and that's also for anybody else. If anybody else wants to contribute, just Venmo me by tomorrow, and then I'm gonna, whatever we have, I'm gonna
Should have
send.
gotten mine.
Yeah, I did. I got yours. Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys for joining us tonight. I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to share with you, but I'm hoping I can get it done in, like 30 minutes or so. So this is our August meeting, and thank you for being flexible to get it out today versus yesterday. I'm trying to keep everything in one day. It's been actually great because I'm exhausted by the end of the night, but then I don't have to think about it until next week. So it's like every Thursday, I know what I'm doing. So tonight we're going to talk about the template. We're going to talk about Thursday meetings and how they're shaping up. We're going to talk about a project broadcast campaign, and we're going to talk about an onboarding system input. So those are the quick things we're going to chit chat about. We're going to start off with the template. So what I want you guys to do is to message me personally and tell me if you want to, from this point forward kind of thing, do we want to prepare this as a team every 2 months where one director will take basically one day, and that's their day. We'll create every day we'll have a theme like we're kind of doing for this one, and each director will take one day, prepare it, they'll be due date, and then that's that. Or do we want to do it one director takes the entire template? So message me which route you prefer, and we'll just do majority. I do totally know that it is a big undertaking. We all know that. And it's something that you pretty much have to spend a solid week or so preparing and so on. So it is a lot of work for one person, but that is how we've been doing it. I'm okay with that. But just vote and tell me what you would prefer. Each director takes a day, or one director prepares the entire template. So just message me directly and then we'll figure that out. But for this time, we're going to break it down, and we're going to break it down into days, and each director will have a day. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm totally open to thoughts, opinions, and so on. But this is kind of what I started coming up with. That way we don't upload the template and we have duplicates of any sorts. So just look at your day and let me know if you have a problem or a thought for that day. I tried to put like products that made somewhat of sense of based on the theme. So Lori, she has back to school. So she did the air fryer and the bento box, and I got that, Lori. I haven't looked at it yet, but I got it.
So I did Friday and Saturday.
Oh, you did too?
You told me to do Friday and Saturday.
Okay. I got off the phone that day, so I didn't know what you guys came up with.
You're good. It's okay. It's done.
Okay.
And I don't see my day. I guess because you haven't scrolled down.
Yeah, I think you were kind of on Thursday.
Okay.
But okay, let's see. Okay, so Laura, you've gotten Friday and Saturday. So what?
Well, but I don't know how much about. I mean, you've got sports and snacks on there. I think I had snacks, but I don't know about. It might be a little bit of sports stuff because I did mention about fall and the start of school and sports and not having time to cook and all that kind of stuff. But I don't remember which day I did that on.
Okay, so the first day was mainly back to school.
Lorraine, I'd have to look at my notes because I think Susan and I, we talked about it, and I know
Lori,
I mentioned the bento box, huh?
The first day was back to school, was what we had decided you would do.
Okay. I have to look. I don't remember.
Okay.
Seriously.
Well, I have my
roughly- I
notes here, and like I said, it was back to school, and then Saturday was fall snacks.
Okay, so I'll go take a look at the template probably tomorrow and kind of see where we are, and we may need to do just a little adjustment on the days, or maybe it'll be completely fine. So Sunday, I'm gonna, since Laura is not on the call, I'm not gonna keep her for Sunday. I don't wanna bombard her since she's not here. And hasn't been on any of our calls before recently, so it might not be as easy to kind of share with her what we're doing, but we'll see how it kind of works out. So we'll say,
We had you, Lorraine, on Sunday.
say that again.
What we come up with the last meeting, we had you on Sunday.
Oh, me on Sunday. Okay, so
You
Lorraine.
were Sunday, yes.
Okay, I was trying to read Susan's notes and I guess this is what I saw when I read it. All right, so Lorraine is Sunday and Comfort Foods. So for the Comfort Foods, the cooking blender and the rock crocs are what I thought would work well. I think I've encompassed pretty much everything. Monday is Carol, multi-cooker, cast iron, enamel cast iron and regular cast iron. Tuesday, Susan, cookware, cutlery, cutting boards, mandolin. Wednesday, Julia, appetizers and sips and appetizers, I guess it is. And then Karen, if you don't mind doing Thursday, gifts, gadgets galore. But what I would like you guys to do is take a look at this to make sure, and I'll send this PowerPoint to you after, but take a look at this to make sure I didn't forget any major product lines. So I tried to look through the new catalog and put this all together, but I might have missed something. So as you're going through this, just take a look at that to make sure. And then let's do a deadline. What's today? The 11th. Let's do a deadline of the 25th, August 25th, because we're going to need time for.
Can I just ask a few clarifying questions? I wasn't on.
Oh,
the other
yes.
calls. This is Julia. So, with doing it this way, I mean, are we trying to follow some sort of generic, like, you know, one person might use one color for their images, one person might use another? I usually use personal videos. Of course, I can, you know, do the Pampered Chef videos for this and then switch out my own template, but what's kind of the general guidance so that it doesn't, so that it looks cohesive and not like it was obviously done by 5 different people?
Yeah. So for the most part, we, in the sense of coloring, elaborate on that because I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that.
Like, you know, we might create our own things in Canva and maybe somebody has the Wahoo Weekend Challenge that's all like yellow and blue and veranda font, and then somebody else does everything like gray and pink in a totally different font, and it just doesn't seem to all flow. Meaning that just our preferences are different, so everything looks kind of choppy.
Okay. So Lori, did you include the Wahoo Weekend Challenge on Friday and Saturday?
I did, and I made a new one. It's very plain because I'm not that great with Canva,
Okay.
but I did.
Okay, so I'll take a look at it and it will probably be fine, but if we want to spruce it up a bit, I'll spruce it up. So Julia, that will take care of but that's a good question because we want it to look nice. So I'll add that to Sunday and that ends the Wahoo Weekend Challenge there. For videos, what we have been doing in the past couple of templates is, and I have all the links, I believe, so I can pass those along to you guys. But for example, the stoneware, just if it's not in my links, then I just go to YouTube, type in Pampered Chef Stoneware, and then put that link into the party. And that way consultants don't have to do all that downloading, uploading, all that kind of stuff. The links are there. We're good to go.
Right, but this last, like the new products, I couldn't find it. Like I couldn't find it on YouTube because it wouldn't be out yet, right?
Correct.
So what would you
Is
do
it
about
possible, Lorraine, for our team to create like a page that's public, that's generic, so it's not like a personal page where we do that sort of stuff? Because I've been swapping mine out. I think it makes a difference if they're auto playing versus not. I don't think people are really looking, like clicking the link to view videos.
Okay, so I'm kind of catching what you're saying, Julia, but how do you,
So
wait a minute, how do you autoplay a YouTube video? Because I've been messing around with that and I never can get it to autoplay.
Well, what I'm saying is I don't autoplay the YouTube video. So I like the download upload, but if the goal is that new consultants don't have to do that, what if we just create a Facebook page that's a generic? It doesn't have your face, it doesn't have my face. It's just like, we can come up with a random name for the team. And then the link in the template is fine because it's not specific to a person, but it's at least Facebook, so it will autoplay.
I'm not sure if I understand. I want to understand. I'm just not sure if I do. Does anybody else
So
understand?
right now, if you do download upload, what comes up is going to be your face, right? For Lorraine's Pampered Chef Place is playing this video. Instead, if we had like Read Rock Stars or something even more generic than that, that's a page that all we do is we share it for download uploads. So then us directors download to that page all the videos, and then we use those links in the template. So it's a link that's not specific to Julia, not specific to Lorraine, but it's to a page within Facebook so that the links would autoplay. So it's not driving traffic there necessarily,
Right.
but at least then it autoplays.
Would you mind setting that up and like putting a few videos in there? I think I understand what you're saying now, and that does sound good, because I do prefer to have autoplay because I know that most people aren't clicking those links. So if you could set that up and then add me, and then we'll kind of see how it works. And if it works, we'll do it.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, so any other thoughts or questions about the template? Oh, the new products. I guess the only way you can do that is the download upload right now. So maybe what Julie is going to create is going to help us out. So we'll pause right there for a minute and see what we can find, but go ahead and work on that. But how did we do it before? Because this does become the problem when we share this, is that it's only
I
one.
sent it to you. I forwarded my email, what was done to you, I guess, for the next day.
Right.
Yeah, and then you added your day, and then you copied that template with the 3 days, sent it to me.
Okay.
I added my day. So each time we added a day, there was a new link that we sent on till we got to the final day.
Okay. So I need to basically, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be forwarding on to you, Carol, when I'm done. Okay. So then doesn't mean like I wouldn't necessarily wait to get the template and then work on it. I would obviously prepare it. And then when you get the template, you can just put the stuff in it. Does that make sense?
You'll have to show me how to do that when it's my turn. I mean, I started the template, so it was easy.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, I think you can create the posts in your library, like you can
Oh,
create
right.
posts in the library, and then
Yeah.
when you get the template, you can add those in from your
Yes.
library.
Yes,
Because
yes,
you wouldn't
yes.
want to create a template because there's no way to put 2 templates together.
No,
No,
but
you
you
would
can
have
create
to
the
do-
posts
yeah.
so that once
Right, in
it
the
comes to you,
library,
you're
and then-
ready to go.
Okay.
You have
Perfect.
trouble, Karen, getting those in order then? Posting
The
them from
library, I've
to
never really
template?
used it, but that's what
I
I
had
would,
trouble with the library on the birthday post, but I can try it with this and see.
yeah.
Do you
Like I
have a
said, I've never
template?
really used it, but
Carol, do you have a template for the birthday bash?
I have like 13 posts
Okay.
in a template, and I schedule both and
Okay.
then take out the part, because I do the games and some of this or that that's different for the birthday. So
Okay,
I
good.
just,
Okay, because I think I have one, because I've only done like 2 or 3 recently, and I haven't updated mine with the new products. But I guess I don't need to worry about that with the birthday. I can just keep it on regular stuff. So never mind.
yeah, I used to do an entire birthday template each month, but then I didn't have so many. So I thought this is easier. I just change the games and that, and
Okay. All
then
right,
it's
cool.
not specific to the month.
Okay, so I'm going to put this I'm going to put this PowerPoint in our chat, so everyone will have access to it. So you'll know some of the things that you'll need to work on. And if you have any questions, or if you see any big products missing from this list, don't hesitate. We'll put them on Thursday for Karen, because she only has one. Sorry, Karen. Or you can give me one because I only have two. So that'll be fine. All right. So just a little reminder for the Thursday meeting breakdowns. Every week there is new consultant one. Today was kind of what I thought we might eventually run into. And that was, I thought I was going to pull my hair out because Jen, I shouldn't have said any names, but a consultant on there was like, hey, can you do consultant training call number 1 for me? So, and you know,
What?
it's been done probably 8 times. So I actually, what I decided to do was record new consultant training 1, and I did new consultant training 3 today. And I'm not going to put it out publicly because I don't want people to listen to the recording versus coming live, but it will be there for emergency situations. So I'll get those all comprised together. And, you know, if a person just, let's say they work night shift, they're not going to be able to attend our classes, but we don't want to jeopardize their start as a result. So I've got new consultant training class 1 recorded and 3, and then we'll do 4 at the end of the month, and then 2 at the beginning of next month. And then we'll have all the classes done.
Lorraine, are you going to put those on boards under directors?
Yeah, that I can definitely do that. I can do it
Okay.
as I go. So you'll have those, but again, let's just try to use those as like emergency versus, you know.
Right. I think the 6:30 is hard for a lot of people that work. So I'm pretty sure Christy wasn't on tonight. So I'm going to check with her and see what, because she's very active in getting this party ready, but I want to make sure she
Okay.
doesn't miss that training.
Yeah, and she did RSVP, but maybe she just ran late.
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay, so new consultant, all of us have Project Broadcast, and one of the features in never mind. This is not going to work. But you can still use Project Broadcast. I used DSAM, the connection point email. So basically when a new consultant, this is going to happen. When a new consultant joins Pampered Chef in my entire organization, an email or text is going to go out to them. And actually, let me show you what that's going to look like. So that way, if somebody slips through the cracks, or let's say we have a person who signs up and just doesn't respond to you or whatever, we have another safety net in place. So potentially they'll be able to hook up with somebody. That's the concept of this. So let me go into connection point here real quick and show you what this is going to look like. And actually, Lori, it won't go down to your team because I don't get your stats at all. So Carol, this might be something that you want to do so you can provide that safety net. And this was an idea from conference. I've been trying to implement as much stuff as possible because I go to these things sometimes and I don't do anything different, and that's a waste. So I want to make sure that I'm taking as many ideas as possible. Oh, my internet.
Now, Lorraine, I've never gotten an email when somebody joined Lori's team. Should I be getting an email?
Yeah.
The only email I've ever received is when someone signs up under me.
What's that? Oh, it must be a cuckoo clock or something. Karen, do you get emails when people sign up below you? Okay. So
At least my first line, I do.
okay, well, take a look at your emails, make sure maybe they didn't go into like your spam. But other than that, I would call Pampered Chef and just see what's up, because you should be getting them, and Lori's people would be your first line unless there's somebody below somebody else kind of thing. You know what I mean? So you should be getting.
So when Keisha signed up under Lori, I should have gotten an email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll go check and see about her. But yeah, no, I haven't gotten anything for Lori's people at all. I know, I'll look.
Okay, maybe you need to help me here, Carol. Do I need, since this is a new consultant campaign, it's picking it up from Project Broadcast. Do I need to go in Project Broadcast to see the actual text? That might be what it
If
is.
that's the campaign you're putting them in,
Mhm.
yes, then the message will be in Project Broadcast.
Okay. All right, sorry, guys.
Or is the message coming directly from Connection Point? Like
Yeah,
our
that's-
first thank you.
How would I figure that?
I can't see your, this looks like you're putting them in that campaign from what you have on your screen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, no, this says joined as a recruit of someone in your downline. So this is a campaign.
But the wording should be in,
I think it's in
See, is
Project.
the
I don't know,
message
because I don't
coming-
know Connection Point, but
If the message is coming from Connection Point, you should be able to see the message there.
Okay,
Or
then-
like I said, you could go to, it will show up in Project Broadcast when you've sent it to someone too, so you can see the wording there.
Okay. So I don't think anybody signed in the last few days because I just started this.
See if you have a campaign called the same thing as you just were looking at on Connection Point.
Yeah, it's super slow at the moment for some reason. Oh, here we go. All right. Oh, here it is. Okay. So right now it's just a single message. And this, can you see my screen? Okay. So this is
It's
basically what,
tiny, yeah.
oh, it's tiny. Okay. How about, is that better? Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, Lord. Okay, so basically, this is just welcoming to the Read Rockstar and letting them know that they're on a great team and please friend me, yada, yada. These are great tips for the next 24 hours. And this is kind of what I wanted to make sure that they were aware of, because I know it's easy. Like, I don't know that I always add somebody to our Facebook group right away, or maybe I forget to tell about new consultant training or whatever. So they'll have all of this right in their hands and they'll actually have some to-dos as well. So join our team Facebook group is the first thing. Letting them know about new consultant training every Thursday at 7:30 to 8:30. And I have the link to the event, guiding them to Dash to take the first 10 classes. Giving them the 7 steps to success, yada, yada. So that's going to be a message that's going to go right out to them, which is going to take some of the effort off of your part. And if you're busy or what have you, it's going to be an immediate opportunity for them to get something in their hand. And especially the self-starters, this will be helpful. So I just wanted to let you know that that's going to be coming out to new consultants. And you may want to do something similar so they can, especially your downline, because they're not really going to see you unless they see you. You know what I mean? So it's important that you kind of get your face or, you know, something out there for them to see, basically. So I'm just going to go through this briefly because I've already sent this out to you guys and I didn't get any input, but I know that it's just because everyone is super busy. But I wanted to take a minute to kind of elaborate on this. And I know we have done different things in the past, but I'm really going to try to continue on this path because all of you have said one of your weaknesses is what to do when a new consultant starts. So I tried to create a document that, I mean, it's going to be a working document, something that we'll have to continue to elaborate on, add to, take away. So basically, I'm going to take this block here and I'm going to move it over here. I just didn't have time to do it because formatting was off. So, and right in the corner here, it'll have all this information, the days for our trainings, the times, the Zoom link, and then some of the acronyms that I've used throughout the document are here. So we'll have everything right at our fingertips. And basically this starts at post sign up. So they've signed up and these activities are post that activity. The letter A column is the timeframes that these activities are suggested. So you have the first time frame, then you have the action, and then the detail on the action. And your job would be to establish the due date, when it was completed, and any notes, maybe things that you want to ask me or questions that they have that you need to research. But you can use this individually, or you can use this as one template and take notes somewhere else. It's completely up to you. So the first action, it says DCC. So the DCC is the director connection call. So that's you. Okay. So in the first 24 to 48 hours, we want to set up a phone call with our new consultants. And these are the things that we want to chat with them about. So these couple of bullet point items are, excuse me, right here, these action items are what we want to talk to them about. We want to talk to them about their 30-day date, their 90-day date. You want to get their username and password. And here's a little explanation on why you're doing what you're doing. Re-encourage the first 10 classes in Dash. Give them the new consultant 7 steps document. Encourage them to watch the video in step 2. And then set up their launch or their block party. And then that kind of gives a little further explanation. And then you're gonna, this is the key, and I've put these in purple because this is where I think a lot of us have a tendency to drop the ball, and that is the next call and creating an action. So in 48 hours, we're gonna catch back up and we wanna make sure we get these things done. So let's stop there. And do you guys have any thoughts or questions about this first set of actions?
Lorraine, I have a question on the 7 steps document. Are we still using the one that you have broken down into steps?
You know, you can, but I decided to go back to whatever Stacy was using, because the problem is when you remove yourself from that document, all of her updates don't take place in mine. So I
Okay,
said,
and
I just got to
okay.
make it even.
I
Yeah.
had someone tell me that was more confusing than just the straight 7 steps too, because
Yeah.
they said I had to click here and here and here. So that, okay,
Yeah. I had the same thing. So I'm just like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm just going to go back to
just
the
back to the basic 7 steps from Stacy. Okay.
Exactly. And that, because after going through the 7 steps with a new consultant a couple of weeks ago, a lot of things had changed and it wasn't changed on my document. So that was enough for me to say, okay, I'm done. Okay, so that's going to be what's going to happen in the first 24 to 48 hours. And here's the thing I really want to impress upon you guys. And I think sometimes it can be a downfall for us. We want to help this new consultant get off to a strong start. So we think that we need to spend a bunch of time on the phone with them. But when I set up a call with a new consultant, oftentimes, especially if they're really chatty, I will say, I've set aside from 9 to 9:30. I have another call at 9:30 because it keeps you short and brief. And that way, when you have to cut them off, there's a reason for it. Because they're going to take everything they can from you. They want most often to be spoon-fed, and we just don't have time to do that. And it's all here for them to, work on for themselves. Okay, so now we're back to the next action. This is going to be 5 to 7 days after they sign up. You'll notice here in green, these are the new consultant training classes. So this is class 1. We want to make sure that they are registered for. Oh, I need to put a little RSVP here. So let me just do that, and I'll do that later. But it says class 1, review steps 1 and 2, because essentially we want you to go over steps 1 and 2 with them. We know that's just going to take you 5 minutes. It's super simple. And then I'm going to teach them step 3. So then 5 to 7 days later, they're going to have another call with you. That's the director connection call. Review the tasks below and answer any of their questions. Encourage them to make sure they've RSVP'd to new consultant training class 2, where we will review step 3 and teach step 4 and 5. Make sure that they're added to the new consultant chat, which I try to set up right after the call, but you're my safety net just in case. This is the time to review their why and kind of get down and dirty with that and make sure that they understand what they're, you know, what they're playing for, what they can earn based on maybe $100 per party. Talk about their booked party goals, why we encourage the 4 parties a week, flip, flop, fly rule. Talk about the fast track product goal. What is their fast track recruiting goal? So basically just going over some of the things that are in Dash. You know, are you going for the knife set? Okay, great. Well, a lot of people who want to go for the knife set achieve that in 45 days. This is how to do it, kind of thing. Make sure that they have the host coaching board. I think a lot of people slip through the cracks. They don't even know they know what boards are, but they don't have any of the boards. So boards, host coaching, and the boards read Rockstar training. And then you want to add them to these groups. This is the Read Rockstars. This is Stacy's Superstars. I'll spell this out, and Star Team training group. So those are the 3 places that you want to add all of your new consultants. And then you're going to set up another call with them 48 hours later. These calls here, 2, 3, and 4 should be 15 minutes. There's not going to be a lot that you have to cover there, but they're set up so you can get through them fairly quickly. As a matter of fact, this one, number 2, will probably be your biggest. The others will be just a few minutes. Then 7 to 10 days later, you'll review these tasks below, which are just simply reviewing steps 4 and 5. They've already, you know, taken the class. They've already looked at the classes. Now we're going to teach them step 6 and 7. So you're just kind of saying, hey, do you have any questions? And let's say, for example, you come to this class and they don't have any questions about 4 and 5, then you can really pretty much skip that. You just want to make sure that they've RSVP'd for the class. It's kind of like a little bit of a checklist to make sure. Some people are going to need more help than others, as we know. And then we don't make sure that they're, again, attending the new consultant training class 3. The next one is the same thing. Make sure they've RSVP'd to the class, make sure that they go to the class, and we're just going to have you review any questions that they have from step 6 and 7. I oftentimes have 15 minutes left on the calls, but it's a lot of information and they don't think of their questions oftentimes until the end. And then the last training is the review of steps 1 through 7. And you just want to make sure that they're signed up for that class in those first 3 or 4 weeks of their business. So I think this is a decent start. I think as we use it more often, it'll become more user-friendly, but I'm so open to any ideas or suggestions or anything. So if you start using it and you're like, this is too confusing, or I want to do something else, I'm up for that. But I just wanted to get something down so that way no one can say, I don't know what to do. It's here, we have it, and I'm doing all the new consultant training classes. So, you know, you're going to have that in place to help, you know, catch people that might slip through the cracks. And then your calls are going to help others that either don't go to the trainings or need additional help. But let's say, for example, you have somebody who doesn't show up to the training classes. That's going to be a time where you could say, hey, if I give you the link to class 1, you know, will you do it? Because maybe it's just the timing of that class won't work for them, and that's okay. But if they start asking you a bunch of questions that are in steps 1 and 2, like, show me how to do PMP, I'm going to say, it's right there for you. If you watch the video, you're golden. You know, after you've watched the video, then we can chat about PMP more. So don't feel like you have to walk them through every single step and hold them. You don't. It's this, your job is just to kind of say, hey, I'm trying to keep you on track, make sure you've attended all the new consultant training classes. And if there's any, you know, places where I can help with extra questions, that's what your role is going to be. So again, most of these should only be about 15, 20-minute calls for you. All right, can you think of any questions or have any thoughts or anything you want to add? All right.
I just want to say thank you. I do
Oh.
have with that text, the text thing you're doing. If I could give you a couple people who already started that you would, to see if you wouldn't mind adding them. I feel like right before conference, the 2 or 3 people I had signed up, they're just like kind of waffling around. The one lady did attend one call. Now she's on vacation, but she has some people who want to host, but she's like so lost. The other lady was out of the country for a month, so she's really kind of starting new now. And then the other lady, I mean, I just can't get her to respond to me.
Yeah.
So if you wouldn't mind adding them to your project broadcast, and then I can just
Yeah.
kind of like pretend that they're new and see if that would kind of help kick things off
Yeah.
with them actually replying to me, that would be great.
Yep, for sure. That's not a problem at all.
So am I going to get a copy of anything? I know you, I'm sorry.
I just said this is so helpful. Thank you.
Oh, good, good. Thank you. Oh, no, Lori, the only thing, I don't get your stats, like numbers. You
Right.
get everything. I mean, you're gonna get all of this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're part of our director team, but it's
Mhm.
just based on my level. Because of my level, I don't get 4 levels down.
Right.
They just don't do that. So, which is a shame because, you know, if they shouldn't do it that way, but I understand they pay, basically you get, stats from people you get paid on.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely. This is all going to go in the director chat. So everyone will have hold of this. The only thing I don't have is just your numbers that come in each month. Okay, any questions? All good? Okay, so just a quick recap, one last thing, and that's our team meeting. The way the team meeting is set up right now, it's slated for an hour and a half. It's not going to take us that long. But I wanted to just let you guys know it's on the 18th. So if you can get, just do a blank PowerPoint sheet or a blank sheet from Google, put your stats on there, and then I'll set up a PowerPoint through Google Sheets and you can just add it right to there. Or I'll create the Google Sheet and I'll share it with you and you can just put it right in that template like we've been doing before. So
And this is for the team, my team.
yep, every team, all of our teams. Yep. Yep. So we'll be recognizing their sales, their recruiting, all of that. And it's going to be short like this. The purpose of these meetings are really focusing in on recognition. So do your best to kind of spruce up your recognition pages. And then we're going to have a short, like 30-minute training session, and that's it. Because they're getting enough from me through the new consultant training calls. And I think, and then we could leave it open for, an open forum for the last 15 minutes or something like that. But I slated an hour and a half, but we're not going to need an hour and a half. So, okay, so I'll get that PowerPoint up. I'll share the document with you guys, and then you can start adding your stats. I would suggest try to have them into the PowerPoint by Monday, the 15th. So we're not waiting to the last minute, or the 16th is fine. I wouldn't wait to the last minute, just kind of throw, because here's the thing, guys, like we all thrive on recognition. So we want to make sure that we're delivering what we like as well. So anything that can be helpful. One thing that we were doing a while ago is we were picking out somebody who was kind of like the star of the month. And I think we should definitely continue that, because sometimes there's somebody on our group that might not be performing at a high level, meaning their stats are below 1,000 in sales, but they're doing something. And so they could be the star of the month for your team. And if anybody has any additional suggestions, please feel free to offer. So, okay, so just to recap, I'm going to get this out to you, this PowerPoint out to you. I'm going to get this onboarding document out to you. Julia's going to set up the Facebook event. On this PowerPoint, you're also going to see the days for the template. If we can get the template completed by like I said, the 25th, that'll give us time, give me time to edit if necessary. And then hopefully we can get it to the team by the 29th.
Does that really give them enough time to edit themselves? I guess so, because it wouldn't go out till the following Friday, right? Okay, so the 29th is on Monday and they have that whole
Well,
week to do it.
Yeah, they got the whole week to do it. And there's
Okay.
not much they have to edit. I mean, like I've been telling them in new consultant training, if they can edit one sentence per page, that's good enough.
That's enough?
Yeah, before it was just characters. You just had to put like an exclamation point.
Okay,
Now they're recommending a little bit more to it.
I totally changed
Are
mine. That's
we-
why I was wondering.
Hey, guys, the other
Are
thing,
we
I'm-
gonna try to?
Did I miss the start time on this?
yes.
Oh
What time did it
my
start?
goodness.
8:30. What?
8:30.
Are you freaking kidding me? I had 9 on my, I'm sorry.
Yes, no, I'm
The
not
pro-
kidding.
It's the medicine, Susan.
I'm telling you. And you know what? Scott has COVID now.
Oh, no.
He's been like fighting it and putting it off for like a week. And he sounds absolutely horrible. I'm like, dude, you need to take a test. I stuck it in the thing. I'm telling you, 30 seconds, it was bright pink. I'm like, dude.
Mm.
Do you
I
have
think so.
COVID, Susan? I think I missed that.
I tested 4 times negative,
Okay.
but I have had post-COVID symptoms for a month. Like this is, Lori, do I not look so much better today than I did?
You do.
They started me on a steroid the other day.
This has
I
been
haven't
since
been able to get
Chicago
out of
then.
bed
Yes,
Has this been
And-
since Chicago?
yes.
since Chicago. It's been awful. I have been so tired. I went and had acupuncture this morning, which I think helped, and they're starting me on all sorts of different herbally stuff as well. So I apologize. I know you have this recording, so I'm sorry.
Yes. No, it's totally fine. I recorded it because I'm like, I know Susan's sick and I don't want her to miss this. So
You know, I was thinking that the training went from 8 to 9 and we were hopping on at 9. So I'm sorry. I was trying, I'll tell you what's going on after we're done recording this. So
yeah, no worries. No
you
worries.
go ahead.
No. So we're actually done. And I can quickly kind of run through a couple of things with you. But other than that, we've covered everything. And unless you guys have questions.
Miranda, I was just going to ask one thing real quick on the PMP template. Are we going to try to put in like the link and the host name in every post to help make it unique?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So if you guys don't have any other questions, then we are good for tonight. And it is recorded. So I will provide all these documents that I mentioned to you. And once the recording downloads, I'll put it out there as well. So everyone has it. I'll put it on boards, just like Carol mentioned. So it's all housed in one place.
So I want to add something, but I want to wait till you're not recording.
Oh, I thought I wasn't. Hold on. Maybe I am. Oh, I am.